But regardless of any way that I was feeling or anything like that, I was obviously still there for my best friend because that's what best friends do.
I love you so much.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
Sty comes. I can't wait to see him. I actually miss him. Like, I miss him so much. I miss my best friend. Like, Sty is like really my best friend.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Why does it feel like loyalty is rare, everything is competitive, and friendships are falling apart over nothing? Let's dive into all the things that is going wrong with gay friendships in today's time, girl. Bada bing, bada boom. Hi, loves. Welcome back to another video. My name is Alizea, and I'm your favorite black transsexual. Get up into the big purr, whatever. I'm back. Before we dive into today's wonderful, amazing video, I want to give a special shout out to my channel members. Hey, Bookie Bears. And also, girl, you already know. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe so you never mix this pretty face on your goddamn feed, girl. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's dive into it today. Let's be real, friendships in the gay community are like any other. They're intense, they're fast, they're emotional, and a lot of times they just fall apart as quickly as they started. I'm not here to drag anybody or create division. I'm speaking from love and experience. As someone who's been in queer friendships and queer groups all my life, I've seen so many people go through it, and I realized this isn't just a me thing. This is a community conversation. Chapter 1, the instant bond problem. When you first meet someone who's queer, you both start conversating about life, and sometimes it can lead to you guys trauma bonding without even knowing it. We start to click instantly with people because we finally found someone who gets us, in quotations, and because many of us didn't grow up with a community, we just jump into friendships like they're lifelines. This is the issue. When something forms too fast, it usually doesn't have a foundation, and trauma bonding feels deep until one small conflict happens and the whole friendship collapses, literally. Chapter 2, competition and comparison. Here's something a lot of people don't want to admit. There's a lot of quiet competition in the gay community, and it's not always intentional, but it's real. Some examples that I have are body comparison, and what I mean by body comparison, sometimes we don't even realize that we see our beautiful friends next to us, and we look in the mirror and we say, why don't I look like them? Damn, I feel ugly, without even like really analyzing what we're saying. And another example I have is who gets attention. What I mean by who gets attention is sometimes when you go to clubs, bars, or parties, or even small events, some people, like some of your pretty friends, get approached more, and you just feel left behind because you're like, damn, like everybody's going to my friend and nobody wants to hang out with me. Nobody wants to take pictures with me and stuff like that. And like when you go to bars and stuff, like, you know, your pretty friends will get asked to dance. They'll get free drinks from the dudes in front of the trade or whatever. And that can create an insecurity or a jealousy inside of friend groups. And that can kind of like break friend groups apart, literally.
I'm 21 years old and no one has ever had a crush on me before. I think being friends with like some of the prettiest people I've ever laid my eyes on it puts into perspective how people think when they have the privilege of rejection. I've never had to turn somebody down because they like me, and I've never had someone have a crush on me first. I always have a crush on them first. And I feel like often my friends are like, oh, you shouldn't put up with that, you shouldn't put up with that, but I'm like, it's not an excuse. I shouldn't put up with the stuff I put up with at all. I'm literally not playing the pity card at all. I know I'm a dumb bitch. I know I am. I'm super self-aware. It is a little harder though to believe when people say like you need to just like wait, like you need to just whatever, when I'm 21 years old and no one has ever been like, Sabrina, I have feelings for you. So it's not the same, right? Am I wrong? Like, am I doing something wrong? I have no idea, but maybe I am doing something wrong. Hey, I fully could be. But like,
questions to ask yourself if you notice there's someone that you're feeling insecure around. Does this person have a life that I would like to emulate in some form? Is this someone who I look up to, someone who has mentored me, supported me, helped me out? Is this a person that I feel safe with? Is this a person that I trust, have a connection with? Is this someone who I would want their advice? Truly, legitimately want their advice? Answer those questions. If any of those come up as no, this is not someone who is worthy of the energy of us feeling insecure, not enough, less than, whatever verbiage you want to put to it. And if anybody does answer yes to those questions, you're not going to feel that way around them.
Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Grindr add pressure because some friends get more likes, more matches, more followers, more validation, more hype, and even if no one says anything loud, people feel that imbalance. And my last example that I have is that the unspoken pressure to be the baddest one in the group. And girl, hold up, for y'all cancel me, girl. I'm gonna speak some real facts for y'all real quick. The unspoken pressure in a lot of gay friend groups is to be the baddest one, like I said. The one who looks the best, the one who dresses the best, the one who gets the most attention. Basically, the one who serves main character energy, like Regina George type stuff. Like, everyone wants to feel like they're the baddest, and sometimes you might not even realize you're doing it. Sometimes we as a community don't even realize, like, some of us just have that main character energy, but it creates a division. And that's something that a lot of us are like going through with our friendships now.
Okay, here is that story time. So, Saturday night, I'm getting ready to go out. I have a friend who's having a birthday party. One of my friends FaceTimes me and asks if I'm going to this mutual friend's birthday party. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going. They're like, hey, do you want to go together? I say yes. We end up meeting up at the party. So we leave the party, we go club hopping, and we're club hopping downtown. We're going from place to place. Eventually, we're walking the street. This person has plans to meet up with a guy at the end of the night. And all I can remember after this is I wake up, I'm laying down in the middle of the street by myself. Where's this friend? Nowhere to be found. I didn't get a text. I didn't get a, hey, so this is where I'm going. Basically, I was left to figure it out, okay? I see a girl, she's walking towards me. She's like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm so drunk, I'm gone at this point. I'm just like, all I can remember is my address, and I'm telling her, my friend left me, can you help me? And she's like, yeah, I got you. She gets my phone. She's so nice. She helps me out, calls me an Uber, waits for the Uber to pick me up, gets me water, gets me a plastic bag to throw up in. Where's this friend? Nowhere to be found. Mind you, I get home safe only because of this girl. This girl practically saved my life that night. The next morning, I didn't get a text from this friend. Still, not a text being like, oh, how was your night? Blah, blah, blah. No, they went to chase. That's exactly what the fuck they did. So I'm like, I left my jacket at this person's place. I go to pick up my jacket at this person's place. In my head, I'm already like, I'm going to block this person. I don't give a fuck because you don't give a fuck. So I don't give a fuck. So I drive to this person's apartment, pull up. I'm like, hey, I'm outside. I'm here for my jacket. They come outside. I'm like, hey, how was your night? How was the guy? And he's like, oh, he's still here. He's on FaceTime. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I get my jacket and I leave. And I'm done with this. I'm over it. I'm done. And that's it. That's literally what happened to me. Mind you, this person is currently crashing out because they know they're fucking guilty in what they did. Texting all their friends, just going mental.
We always talk about toxic exes, but we never talk about toxic gay friends. And honestly, that's where half the trauma starts. It's like this unspoken rule in the gay community where your friends are supposed to be your safe haven until you start shining. Then that's when they start getting cold, they start getting distant, and they start treating you like your competition because they start getting jealous. They'll support you, but only if you're doing worse than them. Once you start thriving, that's when they start getting shady and start gossiping about you. That's literally emotional sabotage, and a lot of gay men only want you around if they're trying to hook up with you or if you are enabling them and validating them. Let's normalize walking away from friends that secretly want you small. It's not giving loyalty, it's giving jealousy. And honestly, I don't have time for that anymore. I want to surround myself by people that care about me, want to see me doing good things in my life and excelling, not people that see me as competition and want to keep me small and below them. You think someone's your friend until the man that they want wants you, and all of a sudden you're their enemy, or any situation like that. And a lot of gay men do that. It's always competition based, and I don't want to live that life anymore. And I'll be damned if I continue to surround myself by people like that. So that's my message for today, guys.
Chapter 3, the party friend dynamic. Many friendships start at clubs, bars, raves, drag shows, etc. If the only time we talk is when we get a drink in our hand and when it's 1 a.m. and we're outside at clubs and bars and we're just partying all the time, that's not a friendship. That's a scene partner. Those friendships don't survive. They fade because they were built on chaos and not care. I look at friendships like you have to like really care about each other. Like cut all the bullshit. Like put the drink down. Like I saw this one TikTok, I don't even know if I can find it, but like
if you're debating getting sober and one of your reasons is because you don't want to lose all of your friends, this is for you. You know that audio that's like, I don't want to take antidepressants. What if I lose my sparkle? And then it cuts to like, there was no sparkle. Okay, that was me, except I was like, I don't want to get sober. I don't want to lose all my friends. And then cuts to the fact I didn't have any friends. And that is absolutely no shade to all of the people that I have in my life. Let me explain. When I was drinking, I didn't know how to be a friend. For example, like I couldn't be happy for people. I would always be like shady and weird when it came to things because I was actually the one that was really unhappy, which made me a bad friend. So because of that, the people that I was attracting were also bad friends. And I didn't realize any of that till I decided to make the decision to get sober. And then guess what? The only people that left my life, like the only friends that left my life, were the people that probably shouldn't have been there in the first place. It was the people that had nothing in common with except for drinking. It was the people that brought out the worst in me. And it was also people that were bad people. And now because I have the capacity to be a good friend, like I have that emotional stability, I can be happy for people and I can actually be there for people. Now I've attracted friends into my life that actually love me and vice versa. And I can promise you that you will make better, longer lasting friendships and relationships by getting sober than you would by not. And that's on lived experience. Okay, love you.
Chapter 4, the lack of emotional safety. A lot of queer people never learned what emotionally safe friendships look like. Some reasons I wrote down in my journal was growing up judged, being told to hide your emotions, rejection from your family. Some people become guarded. They gossip instead of communicate. They distance themselves instead of being vulnerable. And when you don't feel safe being real, a friendship can't survive.
I'm 22, and the biggest reasons why I fall out with people or stop being friends with people is a general lack of emotional maturity. At this age, there are certain things I should not have to explain to you. I should not have to tell you how to treat me like a decent human being. I shouldn't have to tell you what to do in certain situations that are deemed socially acceptable. I shouldn't have to tell you not to cuss me out at the restaurant. I shouldn't have to tell you not to be friends with people who constantly speak down on me. I shouldn't have to tell you how to treat me like a good human being. And I shouldn't have to tell you how to treat others. Like, at this point, our brain should be developed enough to know right from wrong. I shouldn't have to constantly tell you and verbalize to you how to be a good person and how to be a good friend to me.
There are a few behaviors that an unsafe friend will do. Number one, they never allow you the space to be open with your emotions. Either they completely cut you off whenever you're being vulnerable, or they make it all about them. They start telling you about their emotions and what they're dealing with instead of letting you talk about what's going on with you. Two, anytime you do share your emotions, especially if it holds them accountable for their behaviors, they will retaliate. They will make you feel horrible for sharing your emotions in the first place. Whether it's gaslighting you, whether it's becoming defensive, whether it's becoming verbally or emotionally aggressive towards you, even giving you the silent treatment and ignoring you and just being a god-awful person. Three, when they withhold information and then start acting very, very cold and cruel towards you, giving you the cold shoulder, ignoring your messages because they're quote-unquote angry with you, but yet they never talk about it. They don't tell you what the problem is. They're withholding that information from you on purpose. Also, if you've ever experienced this is a very manipulative, controlling power move. Just be very careful when you experience that because healthy people communicate. Is this 4? I think we're at 4. Those that expect you to be mind readers. They expect everyone in their life to just know exactly what's going on with them in their mind, but they never communicate anything, ever. This type of behavior makes people feel unsafe because it lacks clarity. Healthy relationships thrive with communication and conflict resolution. So to a healthy person in a healthy relationship, it is imperative to communicate their emotions, their issues with the other person so the other person is well aware of what is expected so that they can work through it, so that they can communicate better, so that they can understand each other's communication style, so that they can understand each other's love language and as well as their conflict resolution language. Knowing how someone handles issues as well as how they solve problems and issues is very important in a relationship. Therefore, open and honest communication is imperative to make it a healthy relationship, especially with accountability.
It's a hard truth that I think we all have to learn eventually in life is that sometimes you cannot talk to certain people in your life whom you may love. They may be your dearest friends or family. You cannot talk to them about certain things because they do not have the lived experience or the emotional capability to empathize with where you're at and what you're feeling. And so they will just always say the wrong thing. They will not make you feel better. And at some point, if you keep going back to them to help you feel better about a certain thing, and they keep saying the one thing that will make you feel worse, or the one of the few things that will make you feel worse, you have to just actively make the choice to stop bringing it up to them because they are just not capable of meeting your need there. It doesn't make them a bad person. It just means they have a limitation in this area. They're still your adoring, loving friend and they care about you, but they are unable to stand in your shoes in this specific area of life. And so what I recommend is to start finding ways to meet your own needs. What do you want to hear? What do you want them to tell you? And you have to tell yourself, or get a therapist. That's always good too.
Chapter 5, when dating and friendships get messy. Let's be honest, in the LGBTQ community, dating and friendships overlap a lot. Everyone knows everyone, and it can get messy. Some exes stay around, some always catch feelings, while the other person doesn't. Someone sneaky link becomes someone's crush, and that can break up a lot of friendships. And it's crazy because why are we fighting over a piece of meat like dogs? Literally, like...
Stop it. Get some help.
And like I've been saying, if the boundaries aren't strong, everything gets messy. And every queer person can relate to this. There's always that one friendship that fell apart, all because we like the same person.
So what do you guys think about this? Would you accept this from a best friend? I had a best friend, we were probably friends for like 10 years, and I was dating this guy for about like 7 months. And this guy stopped talking, we broke up, we had a bad falling out. I hung out with my best friend, and then he told me like, oh yeah, I've been trying to hang out with this person, who was the person I was talking to.
you keep trying to hang out with him. I only introduced them like 3 times. They were not friends. So I was like, why are you trying to hang out with him? He was like, you know what, don't you ever tell me like who I can hang out with, like you're not my dad. With whoever you want to hang out with, but I only introduced you guys 3 times. Like I brought you around because buddy, we're best friends. I didn't want you to feel left out, and so if we were going to the bar, I was like, oh yeah, come with us to the bar, like because we're besties, you know. I didn't like that I was trying to tell him not to hang out with this person, but I'm like, who is your allegiance to? Somebody that you met 3 times that I was dating and that I'm not dating anymore, or somebody that you've known for 10 years?
Chapter 6, why the downfall is actually happening. The real downfall isn't that we're bad people, it's that most of us are healing. It's kind of hard to navigate through the world as a queer person trying to find your community, and it's kind of sad that we really don't have that many healthy role models growing up and seeing queer people stick together through thick and thin. And I initially made this video because I saw, Sty and Chris had drama, but what I'm trying to say is it was shocking to see like 2 gay people who are queer like really have a really strong and genuine bond. And you can see it on camera and off camera. You can see that they actually talked, they actually bonded, and it just shocked me, like their whole like situation that happened, it just got out of context. It was like all you really needed to do was sit down and communicate, literally.
That's whatever, we're just getting our stuff. And so I'm sitting here on my phone, minding my business, and then I hear, do you want to talk right now or do you want to go outside? And I look up to my left and I'm like, me, you, and Lord? I'm like, are you ready to have a conversation now? And he's like, no, me and you. He's like, matter of fact, come on. And he's like, let's go upstairs. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, where is all this energy for me coming from? Like, I have had none of this energy towards you ever in my life, no matter what the situation is. And I'm just so confused on what I did to you personally. Like, I can rightfully say I have done no wrong to Lord or Sty intentionally ever throughout our entire friendship. And up until this point, I don't think that they have either. But I can truthfully say I have never once wronged Sty, especially because you were my best friend. Everyone knows you're my best friend. Like, everyone who knows me, that's like my friend in real life, they all love you too. And it's just like, I would never ever disrespect you or make you feel like you're unwanted somewhere or just anything like that. I would never do something like that to you. And so he takes me upstairs and I sit on the couch and I'm like, what's going on? Like, talk to me. And Lord is on my left, Evan stayed downstairs, Drew is in the room, Christian is to my right, I believe, and Sty just starts going off on me again. And he's like screaming at me, cussing at me in front of all these people that, mind you, I just met. So now not only are you airing me out and being disrespectful to me, talking to me crazy, you're doing it in front of all these people. And I'm like sitting here like, damn, I have this regard for you because I don't want to have any type of conversation about our friendship in front of anyone, but you really come in here and just go off on me, let me have it in front of everyone and not have any type of regard for my feelings. And he just goes off and he's like, you left Lord at WeHo and da-da-da-da. And I'm sitting here talking like I am again because I'm just not the type, I cannot get disrespectful with someone that I literally call my best friend. Like, I'm not going to stand up and cuss you out and argue with you back, especially when I'm sober, you're drunk. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? But I also feel like no amount of alcohol in your system can make you just like that disrespectful to someone that you love. You know what I mean? Like, that's just insane to me. And so I'm just, talking and I'm like, no, like Lord literally asked me to Uber him to WeHo, and everyone in the room is sitting there silent. No one is defending me, no one is sticking up for me, no one is de-escalating the situation, no one is saying, hey, maybe not here. Lord was literally the reason that Sky was even yelling at me, and he refused to speak up. And right then and there is when I really should have known whenever that was like that he was obviously not a friend of mine, like for real. Because it's like if it was y'all two arguing, if it was Sky and Lord arguing, I would have shut that shit down immediately, especially in front of these people. That's not anyone's business but y'all's. And I feel like I personally would have shut that shit down immediately, and that would have never happened. And then in the midst of him yelling at me about the whole Lord situation, he goes, and then you left Evan at Lord's Airbnb that one night, and Lord's weird ass siblings started touching on him. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, where did this even come from? I'm completely caught off guard because Evan is supposed to be my friend that I'm hanging out with that I brought here, and Evan has not told me anything about him getting touched on by anybody. And I'm sitting here like, wait, how was I supposed to know that Evan was going to get touched on by leaving him at Lord's Airbnb or anything? And also, Evan agreed to stay at the Airbnb, and Evan has not said anything about this to me. So I'm sitting here blindsided as hell because you're coming at me on behalf of 2 people who are not coming at me at all, and that have no issues with anything that I've done. And so I'm like, why are you coming at me for them? Why are we having an argument, or why are we about to have a fallout over people that are, one, not mad at me, but most importantly has nothing to do with you, nothing to do with our friendship specifically. So I'm like, why are we about to lose our friendship, or why are we about to argue or anything over some shit that got nothing to do with us? That don't make no sense to me. And so whenever he said this, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, Evan literally said he was okay with staying there. So then Sty goes, Evan, come here, and Evan comes upstairs and he just stands there, and Sty just keeps going off and cussing at me, yelling in my face, and no one's saying anything. And I feel like Evan and Lord, y'all both were my friends. I feel like y'all definitely could have said something in that moment. They refused to, and that's when I was like, eye opener. Okay, got it.
I was just mad because there was a tiny situation that I felt away about. I said something, went to sleep, he had left. So I was like, it wasn't that serious, that's immature. And I was like, you know what? And then he was texting me like, no one checked up on me. Then I'm like, you left. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and be texting you. Like, if you left, you obviously felt away about it. Like, I didn't think it was that serious. So you were the one that was mad. You'll text me when you're ready to talk. I'm not gonna sit up here. Like, it was just really dumb. Like, it was stupid. But anyways, I didn't want to get to this. That's why I came up with the damn cat story to go along with all of this. And now that also caught that because literally, like, that's what I'm saying, contradicting everything. Literally, his close friends, the day before he left, he posted like, LA's a vibe. I like it. Something like that. Like, oh, LA's been a vibe. LA been tea. And then you went home the next day and said, oh, LA's demonic. LA's this, that. Like, so I'm like, you don't make no damn sense.
But it brought a smile to my face when I saw these 2 like literally shine together. Like, it was so shocking to me because like, you don't really see that many gay queer people have long-lasting friendships. Like, I say the only queer people who I used to look up to that were friendships is like Lorraine and Twains. You don't even see them talk anymore. You don't see them in the same vicinity, the same like bubble. Like, are they even friends? Like, I ain't gonna insert myself in that because I don't know their business, girl, and I don't want to get hit with a lawsuit. No tea, no shade, but like, it's crazy. Like, you don't really ask yourself this. Do you see gay friends like that anymore? They always initially break up. They break up over the littlest thing that could just be handled with communication, actually talking it out. Chapter 7, how to build healthier friendships. 1, you need to slow down. Real friendships take time. Stop becoming besties overnight, literally. Number 2, don't trauma bond. Actually bond over real substance. Actually bond over your personalities. Actually try to get to know each other, not over the trauma of y'all both getting kicked out at like 18 because y'all came out of the closet, or that y'all both like got cheated on by the same man. Like, no, actually get to learn each other. Number 3, communicate instead of assuming. Normalize honest check-ins, like check in with each other. If you feel some type of way and you feel like, I feel like they're being weird, I feel like they're just ops, like they want to be weird, I'm going to cut them off, I'm just going to block them. Don't do that, because that's how you mess up a lot of friendships. That's how we as a community mess up a lot of friendships. Actually try to figure out something. Try to like break down that barrier that y'all are creating. Like, let's talk, let's chat, let's actually talk to each other, literally. Number 4, choose friends with shared values, not shared trauma. Literally, that's literally going on to number 3 and number 2, literally. And number 5, create friendships outside nightlife. Coffee, the gym, brunch, hobbies, real bonding spaces and activities. Like, really try to talk, like really try to like, you know, go out. Like, you don't have to go to the club every goddamn night to go hang out with your goddamn homegirl, like, so y'all can keep that bond going. Girl, no, that's not healthy. Y'all both gonna have liver cancer and liver problems. You don't want that? Put the bottle down. Put the bottle down. Put that cigarette up. Lay down, girl. Actually go outside. Go drink your little latte with some Starbucks, with some iced tea, some iced coffee. Go get you a croissant. Like, talk about your future. Talk about your future goals. Talk about the things that you love about life. Like, it should be healthy, not nasty and disgusting, literally. Number 6, set boundaries earlier. Hey, this is my example, okay? Because I need to be real with y'all, girl. Like, I'm sounding like a robot right now. Okay, so with me and my friendships, this is the boundaries I set. So if I feel some type of way and I feel like, you know, you're overstepping, I'm going to address it. I'm going to address you. So I'll come up to you and I'll be like, hey, friend, I don't like the way that you're treating me. Like, you know, I feel like, you know, you shut me down. You know, we don't actually go out anymore. We only talk every now and again, and I actually want to keep our friendship going. Or another example, like, we're both talking to the same man. Like, okay, maybe I'm different, but like, I don't mind talking to the same man with my friends. I know y'all might be like, girl, something's wrong with you. No, girl, it's called like, have some fun, girl. No tea, no shade. Like, we can both pimp out that dude, girl. Have him over here in the headboard talking about, yeah, you gonna take these princess wands, period. I don't know, girl. Like, I like to have fun. Like, with my friendships, like, I actually want to like create a legacy with my friends, with my future partners. Like, I treat my friendships like relationships, and I treat my relationships like friendships. I want the bond to be strong. I want the bond to be like so strong that even like after I die, like it's still going to be there in the afterlife. Like, I want it to be that strong, like a diamond anniversary type of like 75 years strong. Like, I want those type of friendships. No tea, no shade. And my final message for my viewers, bring it home emotionally. Friendships in the gay community don't have to be toxic or temporary. We just have to unlearn what hurt us and relearn what connection really looks like. At the end of the day, we all deserve friendships that feel safe, loyal, and real. Literally. Let's build a community, not competition. And if you relate to this, drop your experience in the comments, girl. No tea, no shade. Hello. And let's actually talk about it in a deeper level. And also, if you made it this far in the video, girl, drop a star to represent this community. Drop a star to, you know, boost the video. But I love you, wonderful, amazing people. I'm gonna wrap this video up, girl. I know y'all wanted a downfall video on Sty and, you know, the Lord situation and Chris Carter. I'm not doing all that, girl. No tea, no shade, girl. Because I like, now, instead of me initially just going at it from one person's point of view, I want to hear from everybody else's point of view. So if I do the video, it's going to be like, you know, once I get all the receipts, no tea, no shade, or as many as I can find, girl, because, you know, the gays out here be deleting stuff and be throwing rocks and hiding their hands, no tea, no shade. But I love you guys. Straight Nicki Minaj. I gotta go, girl. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna talk to you wonderful, amazing people later, girl. Bye, loves. Ah, bada ba ba ba.